Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're going to be putting on makeup. This is going to be my everyday makeup look. I'm using some of my favorite everyday products that I use on a daily basis. So if you guys want to see how I did this look, then keep watching. Hey guys, so I woke up not that long ago and I want to get ready for the day, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. So this is going to be my simple everyday kind of makeup look that I go for when I have like 5 to 10 minutes to get ready. I don't want to look on the one hand like I tried too hard, but I also want to look put together. I have pretty splotchy skin right now, and then also I have breakouts. I used to love full coverage foundations because I had a lot of acne issues in the past, and that was what made me feel more confident. But I've realized that over time, just to embrace your skin the way it is. And if you have acne that you're struggling with, honestly, putting on a full coverage foundation and then putting concealer on top of that and powder, it's gonna make it look cakey and make it stand out more. And especially if you have textured skin, that's gonna just make it look worse. You just have to work with it, and you can't be so hard on yourself about it. Okay, so embrace yourself as you are. So the first thing I'm going to do is just pull my hair back a little bit. So I'm going to be using the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I think I've been using this for over a year now and I am seriously obsessed. I've tried one or two other foundations just to change it up a bit, but I've always gone back to this one and I'm so glad I decided to try it. Let me know if you want a specific review on this foundation down below and I can film that for you guys. It looks extremely natural. I really love it. This color is in the shade C2. So I just put a few drops. Actually, let's be real, I put a little bit extra. I really do kind of need extra today just because of what's going on, but I just kind of rub my fingers together like this and I apply it to my face. And this foundation is very unique. It kind of does spread on your face like water. I would say that this is about a light to medium coverage at this point. So I usually build this foundation up in layers if I do want more coverage. It's still a little bit tacky, but that's okay. If I put more on right now, it's not going to move the foundation underneath. So this is another reason why I really like this foundation, is I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put just a little bit more on, about this much. See how it's really watery? I kind of like that about it. I used to not like that, but you get used to it. It's a very different kind of texture than most foundations are. So we just put it on the areas where I need more coverage. So now that we've rubbed in the second layer, this is about as far as I go on a daily basis. I might just go with the first layer when I'm in a rush. This foundation looks really natural and skin-like, which I love. So on a daily basis, it's such an easy grab and go sort of foundation. Because I want this foundation to last all day, I always powder my T-zone. What I like to use as a setting powder is the Cover FX translucent light powder. Because this is a loose powder, I like to just sprinkle a little bit of powder into the lid. Okay. So we've got about that much. This is the Sephora Pro Precision Powder Brush 59, and I just swirl it into the lid, and then I put some on my forehead, and then I put a little bit more, put some on my chin and my nose. As you can tell, I just used a little bit of powder, so it hasn't taken away all the life and glow out of my skin, but it's just powdered enough to keep everything in place. Before we move on to the eyes, I'm going to finish the face makeup. So what I like to use is my NARS Laguna bronzer. You cannot go wrong with this guy. It is just the most amazing color. It's just a really nice neutral brown. I'm going to use the same brush that we used for powdering our face. So for bronzer, I don't like to skimp out on it. I like to use a lot. I kind of put it on the hollows of my cheeks, but also going onto my cheeks a little bit just to give it more life and glow. And then same on the other side. So I'm kind of using this as a bronzer and contour powder. And then you just want to put it on the perimeters of your face. So around the forehead. And some below your chin. And bring it down your neck as well. Just to make it all blend. I like to put a lot of bronzer on even in the winter time just to give my face a little bit more glow and to look more alive because I can get quite pale during the winter. Bronzer really does make you look way more put together on your face and gives your face more dimension. So you want to play that up. If I'm running really late, this is where I'll stop on my face. I'm not going to add any more blush or highlight or anything like that. But if you do have an extra minute, I highly recommend using a cooler toned blush because a cool toned blush is going to make you look way more radiant and fresh. I'm going to be using my new NARS Free Lover Cheek Palette. It looks like this. I have a video reviewing this product if you guys want to see. I'm going to link it down below. Let's make it low maintenance. We're going to go for a very safe color. We're going to go for this. This color is called Amore. I'm going to just take the MAC 129 blush brush and apply a little bit of that. And you want to put it a little bit higher than where you put the bronzer. Now, if you really want to take your makeup up that extra mile, and you do have time for it, then I would suggest you can use a more natural highlight. This is a little bit metallic and has a slight sheen to it, but it's very, very natural. And it's called Disco Nights. This is a really, really nice highlight. So you just put it on top of the cheekbones and kind of put it up like this. It just, you know, it's that little something something that takes it up that extra notch. So if you do have time for it, you can totally do that. But if you don't, that's totally fine. We are officially done with the face. And now let's move on to the eyes. If you're gonna be gone outside the house all day, I would suggest using an eye primer. So this one is one I really have been enjoying for the past few months. It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eye Primer. You just put a little bit on, like that. And then you spread it on your eyelids. If you are going to take the time to do a little bit of eyeshadow in the morning, it's always nice to put that little bit of an extra step into your routine, which takes like 10 seconds, but your work that you put into your eye makeup is going to last all day. Sometimes if I'm really in a rush, I use the same bronzer that I used on my face, so the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I put that on my eyelids. This is the NARS Cordura eyeshadow duo. It's got a really dark brown with some shimmer in it, and also a light to medium brown with some shimmer in it. Any eyeshadow palette that you guys have with like a medium brown and a dark brown will do. I'm going to use the Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush 19, and I'm going to be using the lighter color. So just tap it a couple of times and then apply it to your eyes. You want to focus the color mainly in your crease, but you also want to put it on your eyelids. This color is really nice. I think it really brightens up your face and looks really nice. Now you just want a light wash of color, so I'm going to leave it right there. So then I just put on a little bit more of the same color onto this brush. It's kind of like an angled eyeliner brush, E65 by Sigma. What you do is you take the color and you apply it to about halfway on your bottom lower lash line, like this. And you see the difference already. It's a huge effect, I feel. And you just take the excess and you can put it like that and sort of make a little wing if you want. When I'm in a rush in the morning to get ready, the last thing I want to do is to fumble around with, you know, gel liner or liquid liner, because if you're in a hurry, that can go really wrong really fast. And if you make a mistake or make a crooked line, you're not going to have the time to have to fix it up. So my go-to everyday makeup is to take a darker brown version of that color that we just used, and with the same brush that we used on our lower lash line, I just want to put it on the top lash line. Just very messily. You don't have to worry about being precise. This is not a gel eyeliner, so you don't have to worry about it looking perfect. You just put a little bit more and you sort of build up the color until you feel satisfied. And if you really want to feel fancy, you can always put out and make a little wing. Like I just naturally kind of extend the wing, but I don't do anything crazy with it. I don't make it all, you know, go up to here, because this is an everyday makeup look. Now you can leave your eyes at that and then go on to mascara from here. But if you do have a little bit of time, I think it makes a really big difference if you put a little bit of highlighter on. So this is Floof eyeshadow by MAC. It broke, but yeah, we're just gonna work with it. So what I do, because it's really shattered right now, but I love this eyeshadow. It's really brightening and it's a frost finish. So I love to put it on my inner corner and also on my brow bone. I'm gonna take my MAC, actually the number rubbed off of this because I've had it for like probably a decade, but this flat shader brush, and I'm going to add just the tiniest bit from the top of the lid that has the powder on it. And you just add a little bit to your inner corner. And that's just gonna make you look automatically more awake. Just add the tiniest bit of what's left over on the brush to your brow bone, and that's that. It's definitely an extra step that you don't have to do if you don't have the time for it, but it just adds that little sparkle to your eyes. So the next step that we're going to do is definitely something that I think makes a big difference on your face, and it's something that I refused to use for a long time. I never saw the hype in getting your eyebrows done. I just really didn't, but honestly, now that I've been doing it for quite some time, I understand how important it is to really frame your face. The eyebrows really do frame your face. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Whiz in soft brown. If you guys don't have anything like this, you can use even an eyeshadow like Omega from MAC. Any kind of cooler toned eyeshadow that's lighter than your eyebrows. But I usually start from the middle of my eyebrows and just sort of lightly make brush strokes like this. And then I move on to the front. Honestly, I don't put a thick layer at all. Like, I know some people really get in there and really line their eyebrows, like make a huge solid line. I don't do that, especially for every day, but even on a non-daily basis, like it just looks fake to me. So I'm gonna use this here. So just little brush strokes, don't press too hard. You can always add more, but it's hard to take off too much. So you just want to add very light strokes. So now on to mascara. So the mascara that I'm using is the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. It's pretty good actually. I got it from Sephora during the sale. Always buy things during the Sephora VIB sale, guys. I buy one mascara during the VIB sale and it lasts me until the next VIB sale because it's usually like 6 months. I used to use a lot of drugstore mascaras because I wanted to save money. And you know, Maybelline and CoverGirl, they had all these cool mascaras and I used to buy them a lot. I would scoff at spending $30 on a mascara when you can go to the drugstore and get one for, you know, 8 to 10 bucks. But then I realized that over time I was actually spending more money on those cheaper $10 mascaras than I was on higher end mascaras from Sephora. I know when I buy a Sephora mascara, it lasts me for about 6 months. When I buy a drugstore mascara, it lasts me for maybe 2 months at best, or I just throw it away way earlier because it starts flaking, crusting, you know, not looking so great. Anyways, that's my little rant about mascaras. So this is what the brush looks like. If you don't have time for anything else, just put on mascara and it's like a huge difference. And the last step to a quick makeup look is to use a lip liner. So you don't want to use a lip liner that's super red or, you know, high maintenance throughout the day. What I like to use is a lip liner that's very close to your lip color. So I like to use Dervish Lip Pencil from MAC. Do a little quick swatch for you. It's a really nice light pink, basically. It's a no fuss, your lips but better kind of look. So I definitely love this color. And fill in your lips as well with this. And that lip color, I'm happy to say, actually matches the blush a little bit. So it kind of makes you look all put together. I'm gonna have the products that I used listed down below for your reference. So that was my everyday makeup look. If you guys enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.